Dick Shale, and welcome to this beautiful monument. Before we start, let's take a moment to appreciate the refreshing taste of an ice-cold Nuka-Cola. If you want to grab one, feel free. I'll be right here when you get back. For those of you already enjoying a nuke, let's begin. This monument was built in 1952 to commemorate the hard-working miners of Appalachia. The Miners' Representation Union and the conglomerate of Appalachian mining interests worked together to choose this design from hundreds of proposed sculptures. The monument is so popular that a replica was installed in the town of Beckley. The conglomerate of Appalachian mining interests would like to remind everyone that miners are fairly compensated, and there is no evidence that mining poses any additional health risks or significant environmental damage.
nothing here. Syrup and frag. This is safe. Sound the plant. Too much crap. Tour Guidelines Memo. Welcome. As a new member of the Uncanny Caverns family, part of your job will be to give multiple guided tours a day. Our motto is to give tour guests an uncanny experience. What does this mean to you? When Nightkin is real, seriously, you have to truly believe this to sell it to others. 75% of our vacation traffic comes nationwide from those who have read about Night Kid in the tabloids, and our job is to sell that to them. He was born here and he remains to this day. With plenty of literature for you to absorb on the subject. Before you start leaning towards along, blah. My complaints that are underwhelming, but it means the guides aren't doing their job. People can go anywhere for a natural cavern. They come here for the spooky atmosphere and the Nightkin mythos. It's your job to give that to them. Gotten reports of some tour guides allowing some really inappropriate things to happen during the lights out portion of the tour. Don't let this be you. Use your common sense and best judgment when it comes to how you conduct yourself. Keep this in mind. Monthly transaction revenue. Guy's name is Dick Shale. Curse of the Wendigo, Part 1. I don't have this.
Welcome back, dear listeners. It's time once again to put aside all you think you know, all you believe to be true. Time to open your mind to the strange, bizarre, and sometimes terrifying world that exists in the shadows and fringes of our own, where myth, legend,
and rumor are made real. Yes, it's time for more thrilling tales from the West Virginia hills. It has been said that money is the root of all evil. So, when greed knows no bounds and avarice goes unchecked, what other appetites might take hold? Tonight's gripping tale, Curse of the Wendigo, chews over this very question. We begin at the Corvega Auto Assembly Plant in Huntersville, West Virginia, where plant owner and operator Richard Moore is known for squeezing every ounce of profitability from his workforce. Excellent. Dick, mind if I have a word? Sure, Bill, come right in. These productivity reports exceeded my projections. Get ready for another juicy holiday bonus.
Sounds swell, boss. But I was walking the floor, and I noticed that the plutonium containment levels are all looking a bit high.
I ordered that line to be sped up last night by 20%. I think the tolerances can handle it.
Well, I understand wanting to be more efficient, but if those plutonium cells don't cool properly...
Come now. With great risk comes great reward, see?
Still, that's a lot of risk you're taking with the safety of the crew.
They'll be thanking me come bonus time. After all, money puts food on the table.
Warning, containment meltdown. Warning, containment meltdown.
Oh, containment is rupturing. We need to get clear. Come on, let's go. What about the men on the line? Nothing we can do with those poor sops now. Just hope you and I can make it.
Darling, we're home. Are you up?
Welcome back, Mom. Happy to report your husband is on the mend. His radiation levels are decreasing, just as the doctor predicted.
Splendid. Thank you, Godrich.
Godrich, look at my new cap gun. Isn't it swell?
A marvel to behold, Master Jim. By the by, Mum, I do say Mr. Richard certainly seems to have his appetite back. He's eaten twice again since lunch, yet still appears hungry. A very good sign of recovery indeed.
Yes, I suppose that is good news.
That you, dear? Say, did you buy more steaks?
As I was saying, Mum, he's eaten up every last steak, meatball, and banger, I'm afraid.
Oh, my. Sorry, darling. I'll go to the butcher tomorrow. Insistent, isn't he?
Yes, Mum. Quite.
Unfortunately for the Moore family, all is not as it seems with their recovering patriarch. Tune in next time for the thrilling conclusion of Curse of the Wendigo.
Brought to you by Healthy Radiation. I can always carry stuff on the way out.
Greetings, adventurers. I'm Dick Shale. You may remember me from automated tours at locations such as the Fancy Lads Factory and Prickett's Fort. Your journey begins in the Winding Gateway. As you descend the staircase, you travel back to an ancient land, millions of years old and perfectly preserved in time. Time travel sure works up an appetite, so guests with an upgraded tour plan can grab a complimentary box of Dandy Boy apples. Yes, Dandy Boy apples. So good, they never go bad. After our photographer captures the memory of a lifetime, head down the wooden path to learn the fascinating and mysterious history of the world-famous Uncanny Caverns.
And they're gone.
Congratulations on making it all the way down the Winding Gateway. A feat powered by the refreshing fuel of Dandy Boy apples. During this self-guided tour, you'll experience majestic natural formations that evoke an otherworldly sense of awe and reverence. You'll also hear tales of the dark and mysterious Night Kid who leapt from the depths of these caverns into the imaginations of millions worldwide. Head left to continue the tour, and please stay on the wooden path. Now in the royalty room, made up of 3 beautiful natural columns named the King, the Knight, and the Squire. Fun fact, columns are formed by the natural union of stalagmites and stalactites over many years. The King column is over 200,000 years old. When first surveyed, the royalty room was filled with 2 tons of litter and dead livestock dumped by local farmers through a now collapsed hole. Head left to continue the tour. And remember, no littering.
path. Here, you bastard. There's no cazadors in this game. More rats you can tolerate. Cazadors, no. This is 6. Where's 4? Five. Oh, okay. Missed some of this room. 3.
Before you is the entrance to the Night Kid room, where the mysterious half-man, half-bat was first discovered. Night Kid was found in complete darkness and surrounded by bats. He was 2 feet tall, weighed 19 pounds, and had been feeding on moths to survive. You can explore this part of Appalachian history and more at a reasonable price as part of our Wild Cave Tour, sold separately. Head right to continue the tour. Please let members of premium guided tours pass before proceeding.
Tonight, we bring you the final chapter of Curse of the Wendigo. When last we left off, Richard Moore was recovering from radiation exposure. His family had just returned home.
Can I show Dad my gun?
Jimmy, I told you, not in the house. And remember, you can't go into the bedroom yet.
Aw, stupid quarantine.
I know it's hard, sweetheart, but we just have to be patient. This happens to lots of people with important jobs like your father's.
Okay, I won't go in. I'll just say hi. Dad? Dad? Did you fall asleep?
Jimmy, that you out there, sport?
Yeah, it's me.
Jimmy, I'm hungry.
Okay, Dad. I'll go tell Godrich to make you something.
No. Why don't you come in, son? Pay your old man a visit.
I'm not supposed to get too close yet, remember?
Now, James, if your father says it's okay, then it's okay. Now, you come in here.
I don't know. You sure?
Positive. You come and give your dad a big hug. Now, Jimmy.
Well, all right. If you say it's okay.
There he is. There's my boy. Looking fit as a fiddle.
Dad, what's wrong? You don't look better at all. You've gotten so thin I can see your bones. You've lost all your hair, too. You look almost like a skeleton.
Oh, so sorry, Jimmy. But Daddy's hungry. So very, very hungry. Come closer, son. Come to Daddy.
What? No, Dad, no!
Was it the radiation, a side effect of the medication? Or was it greed that caused this carnivorous transformation? We may never know. Be sure to tune in next week for another thrilling chapter of Tales from the West Virginia Hills.
Greed? Is it greed? Maybe I misheard it. Probably not.
Before you leave like you to experience the decades-old tradition of listening for Night Kid. Some say if you're quiet enough at the right time of day, you can hear Night Kid scurry around the dark recesses of the cave ceiling. Now, everybody in the tour group, take a brief moment of silence, if you dare. When you're done, head down the stairs to continue the tour. Please watch your step. In front of you is the Halfling Hole, the second stop on our guided wild cave tour. The Halfling Hole, so named for its cozy size and quaint surroundings, features a natural pool with water so pure it has to be tasted to be believed. It is thought that the reason Night Kid was able to thrive for so long here is the abundant sources of shelter, fresh water, and bugs for protein. Head right to continue the tour. We remind guests to please not enter the Halfling Hole without a premium tour badge.
Stranger. Hoping for the win.
The next stop in our tour is the impressive Poseidon's Passage, so named after the ancient Greek god of the sea, earthquakes, storms, and horses. The impressive stalactite and stalagmite to your left, known as the Trident, will one day come together to form a massive natural column. The natural cave water here is filtered through the cavern rock over centuries and is pure enough to bathe a newborn child in. Cross the bridge to continue the tour. For legal reasons, we encourage guests to stay on the trail and away from the water. Stop on our premium Wild Cave tour is the Dead End, where the final standoff between Night Kid and the federal marshals took place. Night Kid, now an aggressive 5-foot-tall predator, was cornered and captured by the marshals after a lengthy and deadly chase through the caverns. He remained in captivity for a decade before he was freed under mysterious circumstances and returned to the caverns where he lives to this day. Step up the right path to continue the tour. Watch out for bats. Now we arrive at the infamous Devil's Offering, a tight and dangerous connection through the middle of the cavern to the royalty room. It is said that only those who offered a toll to the devil could get through this tight passage unscathed. Travel through Devil's Offering is only available by purchasing the Extreme Adventure Tour upgrade. Inquire at the gift shop to learn more. Head left to reach the final stop of the tour. The final stop of the self-guided tour is where it all began, the War Room. It inspires both fear and respect from its size and massive formations. In the center of it all is Odin's Tooth, the largest natural cavern formation in Appalachia. It is truly a breathtaking sight to behold. We thank you for spending your time with us at Uncanny Caverns and encourage you to return soon for the Wild Cave and Extreme Adventure Tours. Head left up the stairs to exit, and please visit the gift shop on the way out. Thank you, and have an uncanny day. This is Dick Shale, signing off.
Alright, that was kind of uneventful. A small little, not even a side mission scenario. Bit of a story. Alright, be back next time when I have another place I haven't been to. Getting ready for Wastelanders. Alright, see you next time.